Is this what happens when you go missing on a cruise ship? Are the now viral words of a fellow passenger of Kevin McGrath, the man who mysteriously disappeared from Carnival Conquest a week or so ago. Plus, Royal Caribbean, they're set to open a brand new attraction at their award-winning private island. Let's roll the intro. Hey, welcome to the Midships channel. I'm your Captain Corey, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. Now, let's get right into this, a short video which was recently posted to TikTok about a week ago now by a passenger by the name of Jen Lyles.
I was on the Carnival cruise with the guy who went missing. To be clear, I don't know him. His name is Kevin McGrath. I've never met him, but I was on the cruise ship, and it's weird that no one has been alerted. Like, I got an email this morning from Carnival that was like, a survey, tell us how your cruise was. How about an email that says, hey, there's a guy missing. Did you see him? He wasn't seen past 2 a.m. He never showed up to meet his family for breakfast. This is his photo. Like, I found out he was missing on the news, on Yahoo News, scrolling. I was like, oh my goodness, that was the ship I was on. Is this what happens when you go missing on a cruise ship? They're not even going to alert the other passengers who might have seen something? My friends have been in contact with the family members, and when they post like the missing poster on the Carnival Facebook page, it gets pulled down. This is not okay.
And Jen is going viral right now as a result of this, as she shares her thoughts, her feelings, her opinions on just how Carnival handled the whole situation involving Kevin McGrath's disappearance, immediately introducing viewers to the fact that Carnival Cruise Line really didn't let anybody else on the ship know that there was even a problem, and questioning as to why they wouldn't simply begin their investigation for a missing person by asking other people that were on that ship and might have seen that missing person, simply if they had seen them or not. And yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If you were to lose something, you would most likely start by asking around. It's a very valid argument. But apparently, according to this passenger, well, she also received from the cruise line their survey asking her how the ship's crew and everything had been for her cruise. And now look, there's going to be people on the internet that find this really bad and really skeezy, but these surveys, they're automated. It's going to go and get sent out no matter what happens on your cruise. You could be on the Costa Concordia and still get a survey. You could have been on the Freedom when it caught on fire and still received a survey after the cruise. It's like the little email robot is going to send them out. They have no idea what happened on your cruise. But this guest did do a good job, though, running a highlighter across the need for potentially more proactive communication from cruise lines in general, especially in situations like this. And look, any good PR firm will tell you, oh, you don't want to talk about what happened, like the Disney song. We don't talk about Bruno, right? We don't talk about Bruno, no. You just want to delete these posts, these negative things on your social media, and just move on like nothing happened. That's kind of PR in a nutshell, right? But it's not really the right thing to do to find Kevin McGrath, in my opinion, or probably in most people's opinions. You know, maybe asking around would be a good thing. Now, this passenger, Jen, she went on to say that she didn't even know there was a missing person on her ship at all. She, in fact, didn't find out until she looked at the news when she came home and said, holy cow, I was on the ship when this happened. Is this what happens when you go missing on a cruise? And I can tell you from personal experience, check out this video right here. These are two ship security officers showing each other their cell phones with a photo of a person they couldn't locate on board my last cruise on the Carnival Freedom, another missing person. And maybe announcements were made over the ship's PA, the tannoy, the intercom, calling this passenger by name to come down or contact guest services, but that would be really the only indication to you as a passenger that they're looking for somebody. You never hear that somebody is missing. You never really hear that somebody is going overboard. It's always announced either in code or privately. So it could come very surprisingly to some passengers. Cruise lines handle this very quietly, very out of the public eye. They're not asking in any public fashion if you've seen someone. And again, this is as a result of them not wanting to take well, really any negative press. Additionally, their other passengers are on vacation and they're not looking to disturb them or make them think about anything other than their vacation. And look, I can fully see this from the cruise line's perspective, but really, come on. I think most people in today's day and age can handle the fact of knowing that we're looking for somebody that's not where they're supposed to be on a cruise. I really think that's okay. And if it could aid in finding that person, it's a valid thing to argue about doing, right? It makes a lot of sense to me. Meanwhile, the Miami-Dade Police Department, well, they're still searching for Kevin McGrath. He has still not been seen for going on 2 weeks now at this point since he disappeared from onboard the Carnival Conquest. And that's not the only thing going on in the cruise news today. We're going to have to pivot. If you're a Royal Caribbean fan, it's more than likely that you have been to their ever so popular island, Perfect Day at CoCoCay. And starting in January of next year, at least if you're over the age of 18, you're going to have access to a totally new area of that island. You are welcome to explore Sans Children, S-A-N-S, word of the day, Sans. If you don't know what it means without, basically. That's right, it's an adult-only area named Hideaway Beach. It's slated to open up here in January of 2024. So just a few months away, and in this new area, this Hideaway Beach, you're gonna find, well, a beach, a pool, exclusive dining venues and bars. This is all for adults, this whole new area of CoCoCay. Now, the only thing I'm gonna say about this Hideaway Beach is that it appears to be a completely man-made beach area. If you take a look at the renderings or drawings or whatnot, you could see pretty quickly this is a rocky situation going on here where the actual beach would be. So this nice, beautiful half moon of a beach. Obviously, you're not going to be getting open ocean swimming. It's more of a controlled beach-like experience, which is probably okay for most people. There's a lot of folks who just want to get their toes in the water and their behinds in the sand, as Zach Brown would say. You know what I'm saying. So Hideaway Beach, it's coming here in a few short months to a Royal Caribbean cruise near you. And that's going to include Icon of the Seas. Interestingly enough, I'll probably be hopping down to Hideaway Beach aboard one of the first couple sailings of said Icon of the Seas. Maybe I'll see you on board and maybe I'll be taking you along for the ride. You know what else I'll be taking along for the ride? Well, most of the items in the Midships Amazon store, because I always take them. In there, you can find everything I bring with me every time I cruise. It's some really great stuff, some cruise essentials, some t-shirts, hoodies, whatever, tanks, everything in there a cruise lover could want. Check it out. There's a link in the description down below. I really appreciate your support. One other thing you can do is run on down to the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on the story we talked about just a few minutes ago with this new viral video coming out roasting Carnival Cruise Line's response to the strange disappearance of Kevin McGrath. Do you think the cruise line is being a little bit insensitive, or do you think, unfortunately, business just has to go on as usual? Let me know all of your thoughts, and if you made it this far into today's episode, well, hey, why don't you get subscribed to the channel, join the 20,000 plus other individuals here in the Midships family who watch these episodes day in and day out. As you're subscribing, slap that thumbs up button. Well, if you wish your next cruise was coming up this weekend instead of you having to wait months and months to set sail, thank you so much for stopping by the channel today, and until tomorrow, we'll see ya on the Midships.